Hey guys, just wanted to catch up. Just wanted to check in and see how everyone's doing, how the week is going. It's Tuesday, and I just got back from a networking lunch and a great experience to meet some great people. And we got to hear a California Highway Patrol officer speak, and he was really a delight. He was entertaining, informative, and just a super great guy. And anytime I see officers or law enforcement um, making a positive contribution, which is 90% of the time, I want to give a shout out anytime I can. And this was California Highway Patrol Officer Efren Moore. Really appreciate you today if you're seeing this later. But where are you guys coming in from today, and what's going on in your world? Because that's what happened to me this morning. That's what I was involved in. But there's a lot of things that people experience every day, and a lot of times I always just want to know what it is, what's happening, how are things going? Literally, how are things going? It doesn't have to always be great. Things can be bad sometimes, or uncomfortable, or frustrating. So I'm okay with that. But I do want to ask you, how are you really doing today? And also, I want to share a couple of things with you as we go along, but it's just going to be maybe 10 minutes or so, maybe 15. But there are so many amazing people that we have the opportunity to encounter with, but it's going to take us doing something probably unusual. It's going to take something, it's going to take an effort on our part. It's going to take us doing something, being somewhere, whatever it is. And so maybe you've met one of these individuals, one of these outstanding human beings, one of these people that just changes your world. Tell us who that was. Tell us about that experience. Maybe type there and tag them and tell us. I had a time I was in Dallas, Texas, visiting my friend Glenn Morshower's acting class, and I was asked to speak. And I remember there was this woman sitting at in the front row, and I remember she had this infectious smile, and she was so encouraging to everyone else that was speaking, the people that were doing their scene work. She was encouraging to them, and she just had this light about her. Her name was Leslie Steele. And Leslie, if you're seeing this, you may or may not have ever heard this before from me. I don't remember if we ever talked too much beyond that point, but I've always appreciated that day. I remember how infectious you were about encouraging me when I was speaking, but every person there doing their scene work for the acting class. And I remember talking to you afterwards and learning about you and your husband. And I think we're both or are both in the military. And I wanted to just tell you, I was sharing about you today, and I want to tell you, thank you for your service, both in and out of uniform, both you and your husband. And thank you for that day, that meeting that I just happened to be in Dallas. You just happened to be in Dallas. I think you were living in Colorado Springs at the time. And how you affected me that day, and how you affected the room. And I have always admired that. And every time I see you on Facebook, I try and say hi, or it just brings up a really fond memory of meeting you that day. And I know you were doing acting, and you've had some projects. If I remember right, you were in The Chosen. I don't remember which season. So you've done some really cool things, and I just want to tell you, I appreciate you. I saw you that day, felt you that day, heard you that day, and really appreciate the person that you are, who you are. So Debbie says, hey, Debbie, says, things for me are doing really good. Awesome. Love that. Had a chance to compliment a manager on how nice his store looked. Wow, that's great. I bet he appreciated that, Debbie. I mean, I know a lot of times we see things and we don't really appreciate. We don't tell them that we appreciate it. So great job in doing that. And then you go on and say, Bob, I always enjoy listening to you. Oh, thank you very much. Appreciate the words to you. And when Flo is with you, I appreciate that very much. Appreciate the kind words. And so guys, that's just my story. That's something that happened a few years ago. And I just remember, and then the officer that I met today at the networking lunch. What about you? Who have you met in the last week that has really made an impression on you? One, maybe share and tag if you know them, you tag them here. But then the real question is, did you let them know? Did you let them know that they meant something to you, that you that there was something about them? I love the idea that we have social media. I know all the gripes and all the complaints, but I tell you this, I have seen so much more good come out of social media than bad. But hint, hint, it might be because that's what I'm looking for, right? When we're looking for it, we can tend to find it. But what have you found? Who have you found that has really interested you lately, or inspired you lately, or created the ability for you to become even more, or maybe just maybe opened your thought process, your idea, maybe as a teacher, maybe it was a lecturer, maybe it was a business trainer, maybe it was a mentor, or maybe it was just somebody that you met along the way. Who is that? Did you tag him? Did you say hi? And if not, my question is, why not? Everyone wants to know that we made an impact. Everyone wants to know that they made an impact. Victoria, man, I tell you, if you don't know Victoria, follow her. She is an amazing woman. Nice seeing you as well. Victoria's just, I tell you, what a coachable woman, and also what an amazing woman who is accomplished, steadfast, hard, does the work, doesn't look for the shortcut, is always looking to make a difference. And I have seen her for over a year now in a group that we're both belong to, the Grow Live Academy with Ken Walls. On Thursdays, we're in there a lot together. Guys, you want to get to know her. She is she's a person that I believe in because I've seen her do the work, and she's not just looking for the shortcut, as I said, and she's also not just looking to just be a sponge. She's also a sponge that's constantly being wrung out to become her best version. So Victoria, welcome. I appreciate you. Guys, Debbie says, you and all your guests, I follow so many. Oh, awesome. Awesome, Debbie. Thank you. Guys, it really is who you associate with, how you hang out with people. And your next level now is my membership program that just allows people to get to your next level personally and professionally because of the people we're associating with, but also because it's just it's a format that allows speakers and teachers to come in and train. It also allows me to give information that I've learned over the years and trained. And so it's just always a great opportunity for those people that want to personally grow and professionally grow, but also to be a part of something bigger than themselves. The number one complaint I hear about entrepreneurs is they're like, Bob, it's just so lonely. I feel like I'm doing it all alone. I feel like I'm going it all alone. And yet over and over and over again, I always say, but you don't have to. You don't have to. If it's not one of my organizations, Next Level, Your Next Level Now, or Next Level by Association, or Everything Next Level, it's not one of those. There's a lot of other groups that you can participate in that can help you not go it alone. So if you're going it alone and you don't like it, don't do it. There are ways to do it. I invite you to experience Everything Next Level. It's a free Facebook group. It's a public Facebook free group called Everything Next Level. We do some trainings in there. We do some teachings in there. We do some broadcasts in there. Or Your Next Level Now, which is a way for you to participate and be part of a little bit tighter group. It's a private group. Or maybe you might want to participate in Next Level by Association, which is about 13 years old. And we have a couple of different things in there. We have things for us to bring in guest of honors. We've had Keith Ferrazzi, who wrote Never Eat Alone, Who's Got Your Back. We brought in Les Brown. We brought in Jarek Robbins. We've brought in over 13 years, a different person every month. And for the last 3 years, it's been a different person every week. So maybe that's something you might want to participate in. But it's an amazing opportunity to not only formulate great relationships, but really develop relationship currency with great people. Oh, that's the power right there. That's the power. Jim Rohn said you are the average of the 5 people you spend most amount of your time with. I believe that what if you create an intentional 5 or an intentional 25, 55, whatever it is. Guys, you can create an intentional peer group in which you can get even greater results than if you just had the 5. It's really about putting yourself in a place where you can, Dr. David Cook, a sports psychologist, has a great statement. He's like, I like to put myself in a place I'm paraphrasing, where I literally choke myself to death just to see how good I can really be. Not how good I think I can be, but how good can I really be? And the only way we're going to do that is when we start pushing ourselves to a greater level, pushing ourselves to be that uncomfortable. And so I invite you to check out one of our groups, Everything Next Level by Association, or even Your Next Level Now, and find a place that you can fit, find a place that you can grow, find a place where you can develop those relationships that actually will encourage and foster the ability within you to become everything that you want to be and more. So, Debbie, yeah, I'm looking for, yep, okay. I see those comments. Hey, Flomina. Hey there. I know you. I see you. I see you. So, yeah, the networking event today was really cool. I was Flo's guest today. So what was your takeaway, Flo, from the networking event today from 5 cities? What was your number one takeaway from today? I'll go ahead and say one of the things that the officer said was really cool. Somebody asked him, how do you deal with all the people that are rude? Like, the people you're pulling over are rude and they're saying these things. And how do you deal with that? And he says, I just kill them with kindness. He said, I yes, ma'am, them, and no, and yes, sir, no, sir, them to death. He goes, I just kill them with kindness. And then a great thought was, how you deal with difficult people. Go ahead and share the other part that you shared in that. I thought was a great pickup that you said, that you picked up that the officer said. So guys, I mean, we're all going through life. We're all, my old pastor, Clyde Annandale, used to say this every church service. Every time we left each other, he would say, don't forget, we're all in this thing together. Man, wouldn't it be great if we all acted like we're all in this thing together, rather than that we're acting like I'm in it for me and you're in it for you, and but we're all in this thing together. It's called life, and we all have opportunities, and we all have disappointments, and we all have setbacks. But the bottom line is, we all are in this thing together. So, Flo, I'm waiting for you to type in what you said. I love that. The other component that I didn't share, I'll let you share that. Guys, man, there's so many people struggling and going through things right now. If you're looking for an opportunity to serve, if you're looking for an opportunity to impact, influence, look no further, man. You're looking probably within 2 feet of yourself where you can find those people. It might be within your own house. It might be within your own company. It might be at the grocery store. I have this process that I teach in Connectology, which is one of the courses I teach. It's a one-day experience as well as it's an online course, Connectology. And I teach this thing called errands with a purpose. Pick an errand that you always run: grocery store, hair salon, car wash, you name it. Pick an errand that you run, and then say, okay, when I go to the car wash, I'm going to connect with two different people, or one person, three people, whatever it is, ever time that it allots you. Grocery store, probably a little bit less, but at a car wash, it might be a little bit more. So you maybe say two people. During that time, I'm going to positively connect with another person. And that's it. I'm going to positively connect with another person. And that connection may just look like a casual conversation. That connection may look like that you ask them questions and you learn more about them. That connection, whatever that is, that positive connection. But then that's what you do. And then at the end of the day, say I went to 3 different errands that I ran. I had an opportunity to connect with 3 different people, say, and I connected with all 3 of them. And maybe at the end of the day, you tell you who were the person you connected. If you got their name and number, who did you connect with? I've done a lot of work with celebrities. And let me just tell you this. This was a real eye-opener for me when I started realizing that what we can do, how we can positively affect even celebrities. They're used to getting so much, hey, I remember that. I love that show. I love this. Oh, thank you, whatever. I would be backstage with a lot of them. And so I would literally walk up to them and I would say, hey, can I share something with you that I think you'll appreciate? Listen to the words. Can I share something with you that I think you'll appreciate? I've never had someone say no. I've always had them say, yeah, what's that? And I would say, I just want you to know I appreciate who you are. I am grateful for who you are, even more so than what you do. And then I would share a story. Like one gentleman, I said, I've seen you in your career since you started. And I've met you, I've experienced you in person twice. And I just want you to know that every time since the beginning till this day, which is probably about 25 years, I said, I have just found you to be a very kind person. And I just wanted to tell you, thank you for who you are. And he looked at me. I mean, I've had this happen hundreds of times. And he looked at me and then he turned to his manager. He was a performing artist. And he looked at his manager. He said, did you hear that? And she goes, no. And he goes, he just told me that he appreciated who I am even more than what I do. And she went, wow. And he leaned over and he whispered in my ear and he says, Bob, I will never forget you. Guys, why? I didn't praise him on his music. I didn't praise him on his performances. I didn't praise him on his CDs. I didn't praise him on all the awards he'd won over the years. Didn't even mention it. Because, folks, we want to be seen for who we are, not just what we do. We want to be seen for who we are. And that goes for everyone. You, me, and everybody else wants to be seen for who we are. So maybe it's just that opportunity that we start just experiencing the fact that we can have an influence, we can have an impact on the world around us if we only are present enough to experience it. So Flo, was it, yeah, he deals with people on their bad days. When he's pulling them over, is it a good day or a bad day for them? Typically a bad day or a bad moment of the day, right? He deals with people on their bad day. So his perspective was to treat them with kindness. Yes, kindness. His wife was there too. Jennifer, thank you. It was great to see you today. Thank you for having him come share today. It was a great, great time. Greatly appreciate that. Yeah, that was great. Jennifer, hey there. People always remember the way you make them feel. It was indeed. And yes, they do indeed. Jennifer, thank you so much for inviting your husband. And I told him this. I told him, thank you for his service. And I also want to say that to you. Thank you for your service. It takes a special spouse to be that of law enforcement and or any first responder, period, but specifically law enforcement for this last many years. So Jennifer, I didn't get a chance to say this to you today in person, but I want to say it to you now. Thank you for your service. Give each other a hug tonight when you see each other. From me. Okay. I appreciate you guys. So guys, I mean, that was just kind of my thoughts for the day. We all have this amazing ability to influence and impact others. We have this incredible opportunity. Unfortunately, it's not just an opportunity, it's a responsibility. So I want to encourage you. I want to love on you. I get accused all the time of, Bob, you say I love you so much. I do, but only for one reason, because I do love you. I want the very best for your life. I want the very, very, very best experience in this life that you can possibly experience. And maybe it's a little selfish, maybe. I want you to experience it first, but listen to this. I believe that any time that you and I are operating from our best or less than our best, if we're any of us are operating from less than our best, the world is operating from a deficit. I truly believe that. So, yes, Debbie, thank you. I pray for them. And yes, absolutely. And their families nightly. Wow, thank you. Thank you. So guys, I love you. I appreciate you. Jennifer, it was so great to see you. Thank you again so much. Flo, as always. Debbie, thank you so much for hopping on and for your kind words. Appreciate you. And guys, get out there, make it a great week. And as always, and Victoria, I love you. I love you, Victoria. Thank you for being who you are. So guys, I appreciate you, and get out there, make it a great week, and enjoy your next level. Feel free to share this out too if you like.